Okay, so I absolutely love it when manufacturers design things and make decisions that actually make sense. My biggest fear when importing these components from China was the fact that none of the design decisions that these guys take would make any sense whatsoever. But I was actually very pleasantly surprised when I took a look at the K55 and the C24. So, the K55 comes with an aluminum construction, which despite feeling a lot cheaper, makes it a lot more portable. Its small form factor combined with the light metal makes it the ultimate baggable portable cabinet. The C24 on the other hand comes with a dual layer steel construction. The materials are as premium as it gets, guys, coming even with a tempered glass side panel as opposed to the acrylic option for the K55. Now, again, complete honesty, I don't really think the acrylic looks as good as the tempered glass. I guess it still shows off your internals, so you might feel a different way about it. But I feel that if there is something that I want to be looked at, the C24 is the cabinet that I would want to go for. The quality of steel, the materials, the seams, the finish, everything about it screams higher quality, and it should for the higher price that it comes for. Whereas the K55 screams function, portability, and minimal design aesthetic. I love the fact that the C24 also comes with an additional handle. This handle, I know it doesn't really seem like a big deal, but it becomes really important when you want to actually take this cabinet around, because with the additional weight that it has on because of the more premium steel decision that it takes, it needs a handle for you to be able to carry it around. But again, if you do want to take it around, go with the K55. Both these cabinets are very small. As you can see, both their footprint are close, but the K55 has a trick up its sleeve. Not only can the K55 be a tiny cabinet that you place horizontally onto your desk, it can also be placed in a vertical configuration, reducing its footprint furthermore. So depending on the amount of desk real estate that you have available, you can switch up the way in which you would want the layout of the K55 to be. On the other hand, the C24, especially when the K55 is placed horizontally, shows exactly how small it is by being considerably less long. At the same time, it is a little bit higher, but I do think that its entire footprint and dimensions go really well with the design. So that's again somewhere where you see the fact that the C24 is designed for form, whereas the K55 is designed for the best functional output possible. This is where the K55 emerges as a clear champion. The entirety of K55 is perforated, that's right, except for the front panel. All the panels are completely meshed. Now, the bottom panel features a different kind of slitting, so you can use this kind of perforation onto the other side panels as well. Those options are available depending on your taste, but either way, you find a lot of airflow and a lot of ventilation available on the K55. And the funny thing is, none of it gets blocked even in its vertical configuration, allowing it to be very well ventilated no matter how you decide to sport it. On the other hand, the C24 is far more conservative when it comes to this stuff. The top and the bottom panel is obviously still completely perforated, which is great to see, but the non-tampered glass side panel is still very limited in terms of its perforation. This is something that we've seen in the NZXT cases as well, and personally I'm not a huge fan of this, but I guess it does make your cabinet look a little bit better. So there you go. If airflow is all that you're concerned about, K55 is the cabinet for you. Now, the compatibility of components for both these cases is very comparable. But when it comes to the length of the graphics card supported, the K55 is capable of supporting longer graphics cards despite being the one with the smaller footprint in the vertical configuration. So if you want to go with higher end graphics, K55 is the cabinet you go for, whereas the C24 is more suitable for applications that require less intensive graphic workloads. So if you're someone who's just going to be editing videos and photos and stuff like that, the C24 is going to be far better for you. But if you're someone who's going to be rendering a bunch and needs a powerful beefy GPU for say gaming, then K55 is the cabinet you go for. So both these cabinets make sense, but for different kinds of consumers. The K55 is for someone who likes very minimal design, is really looking for that one cabinet that can fit in the graphics card that he needs while still being really tiny and fitting onto his desk with a nice footprint. The C24 on the other hand is designed for someone who wants to place a showpiece onto his desk, who wants it to look good, who wants it to look aggressive, and who really wants the more premium material and who is willing to spend a little bit more for that premium.